Alright, this is Ryan and I'm here to teach you how to edit Moody photographs just like what you'll see on my Instagram. But first, let's go out and take some photographs. We are here at the Old Man River overlooking the Whoop-Up Drive, which will also be our main subject for this photograph. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is that you have to get everything right, like composition and exposure, before you go through the editing process, because that's just going to make your life easier. Alright, we got a photo, let's go and start editing. Okay, we're back at my workstation, aka dining table. I'll be using Adobe Lightroom to edit my photographs for this demonstration, and the first thing you want to do after loading the image is to level the horizon using crop and straighten tool, which you can see at the right of your screen. Next adjustments that I do are the tones. I usually just bring the contrast up, highlights down, and shadows up by just a bit. For the presence, I just bump the clarity around 20-ish. Let's move on to the tone curve, where we will be doing what we call an S-curve. Don't go too crazy about it, just small adjustments will make a huge difference already. Here's the before and after. Next up is adjusting the colors. I would normally focus on the greens because it's too dominant. I also prefer it to look dark as opposed to being too green and bright. The most common thing I do is pull the saturation down and play with the rest of the sliders. In other words, you want to actually kill most of the colors here. At this point, I am at the color grading section and I am adding just a tiny bit of orange to the midtones. Up next is sharpening. What I'm doing here is masking the image where all these white lines will be the only ones affected by the sharpening tool. The key here is not to overdo and mostly focus on your subject. And then let's scroll down all the way to the bottom where the calibration tool is. I'm just playing around the blues and reds. This will help highlight the greens a little bit more. Now let's make the image more dramatic by adding filters. The first one I'll use is the radial effect. What this does is help draw more attention to the road by lowering the exposure of whatever is outside the circle we just drew. I am also adding a graduated filter to the sky to make the clouds pop up. You can see me adjusting the exposure, highlights, and shadows. I think I want to crop this a little bit, like so. Let's make this photograph even more dramatic by adding a vignette. Just remember not to make it too sharp or too strong. I want to brighten the main subject, which is the road, by using a brush tool and by bumping the exposure just enough to make the road looks almost like it's shining. I adjusted the vibrance and saturation right here and added another filter to the foreground to make it a little brighter and just to separate it from the background. Alright, looks like we're done here. Here's the side-by-side comparison. I hope you learned something from that. Peace.